Is right now the golden opportunity to buy two AI stocks that are incredibly cheap to buy with $1,000. That's what we're going to be breaking out today. So when you look at the S&P 500, so far this year, it's up about 17%, which is kind of crazy with almost no volatility. It has been working incredibly well and as intended from an index fund. When you look even at the trade, the currency shock in Japan, everything that has been going on in the news, the S&P 500 is still performing incredibly well. But when you put it in comparison to companies like Nvidia, the S&P 500 is not growing anywhere near that. We're seeing some of these artificial intelligence companies really trucking and pushing through. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at two no-brainer artificial intelligence companies to buy right now on the dip. First one, of course, is AMD, or Advanced Micro Devices. This is really one of the biggest competitors and one of the only competitors when it comes to NVIDIA and when it comes to the AI data center chips. It is really important. Now, of course, it has some brand new chips that are coming out and they are doing incredibly well, partnering with companies like Microsoft and Oracle. So some of these mega sized companies are going to be using these advanced micro device or these AMD chips, which of course have not only a performance, but also have a cost advantage over the vice versa of the NVIDIA. Now, of course, NVIDIA is looking to launch their next chips, the Blackwell architecture, which of course is going to be faster, but AMD is doing the exact same thing. They are actually launching the MI 350 within the next year, which again, based on the architecture. Now, big company thinking, artificial intelligence thinking, NVIDIA is doing incredibly well. But what about when it comes to personal computers, devices, things of that nature? This is where AMD really does shine. Now, of course, when you look at AI processors on more of an individual basis, it has the fastest chips that are on the market. And of course, releasing the Ryzen AI 300 series notebooks, it is the fastest processor in the industry. That is right. They are number one. Now, these are equipped in HP, Acer, Asus, and a couple other companies. AMD holds roughly 90% share of the AI-enabled personal computers, which is kind of crazy, and they expect this dominance to really continue. When you start looking at the forecast, AMD's data center revenue is up 115% from years ago, up to $2.8 billion, which of course includes $1 billion of sales with the new chip. And when you start looking at the chip itself for the home computers, it is at 1.5 billion, or up 50% from where it was before. So there is a ton of runway that's coming in with this company and really being able to perform. Now, the strength is likely to persist because we know in the foreseeable future, AI is going to be driving an incredible amount of things. When you look at AMD themselves, they've just updated their full forecast for the year to 4.5 billion, which was from 4 billion, with AMD stock down 35% from all-time high. This is really a golden buying opportunity for a lot of individuals. And of course, when it comes to the personal computers, might take a little bit longer to get the chips in there, but if they are dominating the chips, so essentially you have NVIDIA that is going over the big companies, with looking at Facebook, looking at Apple, looking at all of these companies that are going to be using the chips. And then, of course, you have AMD on the other side, which is running with a lot of other large companies. So again, kind of hand in hand, but also focusing on the personal and the individual computer side of it, as well as that data center revenue, which of course, as the demand increases, the revenue is going to increase within these modes because people are going to need that. Now, the second one I haven't heard of, but this is an interesting from this article from MSN. It is Lemonade. So when you think of insurance, when you think of personal insurance, Lemonade is a company that is leveraging AI to shake up renters, homeowners, life, pet, car insurance, all markets across when it comes to insurance, which is huge. So the company is valued at $1.1 billion. So it's very little when you look at Allstate, worth 45. When you look at Geico, which of course is owned by Berkshire Hathaway, it is really making leaps and bounds. It has over 2.1 million customers as the second quarter of 2024. And of course, it's attractive to younger individuals because it is very, very AI driven and very tech savvy. To do this, it has a give back program, which of course a lot of people love. Now, of course, it relies on AI chatbots. This can go hand in hand again with AMD building out some more of those bots, and it is revolutionary, and they are really changing the industry, not only on the insurance side, but also in the AI chatbots that they're using, really quoting and doing everything within 90 seconds. You talk about Generation Z that is really want it right now, want it yesterday. 90 seconds to get an insurance quote, where most people, if you're calling them on the phone, roughly takes 8 to 10 minutes, which is kind of crazy. And that is with no human intervention. So if there's 100 people or 1,000 people, go ahead and quoting traditional insurance can be super, super costly and super time consuming, which of course, younger Americans hate to talk on the phone. And if you are one, definitely let me know in the comment. That is the reason why people are flocking to an insurance company that is reliable, that has a lot of users, and of course, is super user friendly. Now, if you like the content that I'm putting out with the video, definitely consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. But looking at Lemonade, it uses AI internally to calculate premiums to ensure the customer is getting the best possible price, even using AI to detect underperforming products in geographic markets, so management can quickly adjust the marketing spread and really know the efficiency that they're having within there. So they are leveraging AI, they are leveraging technology, which of course it allowed the company to shrink the workforce by over 9% in the past year while growing the insurance by almost 22%. So you're really going and creating massive margins when it comes to this company. Lemonade has recorded 838 million in new premiums in the end of Q2. So the company, nothing to shake a stick at when they're doing almost $1 billion in business. Now, at the same time, gross loss ratio, which of course came in at 79%. 75% is the sweet spot for a thriving insurance company. So that is what they were looking to. Now, Lemon stock is down 90% from its all-time high, which was kind of crazy, set during 2021. This is unquestionably, the company was very overvalued. It had weakness due to a persistent loss of the bottom line. However, the company has really turned around, managed to deliver positive net cash flow for the first time ever, and management believes that can be consistent with the insurance and the product lineup that they're looking for. Now, of course, it isn't kind of crazy because the company is not looking to borrow any money. They are net positive, net cash flow positive at this point. And looking at the price to sales ratio, this, of course, can get mega huge when it comes to these large tech companies. Lemonade is sitting at 2.2, which is near the cheapest level ever since the company came public 4 years ago, which we know 4 years ago was just really the start of the pandemic. So for a company to pull through for 4 years, is it really worth investing in these right now? Honestly, there's a lot of runway with this when it comes to insurance. It is not going anywhere. If they can offer a similar insurance, utilizing and leveraging AI, that is going to make it super efficient and easy to get in this. Now, the question that I have with Lemonade is, what is the effectiveness and how can and when will these larger companies start incorporating the same AI structures that we see with Lemonade? So would Lemonade be a good investment? Looking from the outside, it seems like it's pretty decent. It's turning some profits, could be a good one. But overall, when it comes to technology, when it comes to AI, really leveraging this, I do like AMD out of these two. And of course, with the advanced micro devices, you are looking on both sides of the architecture, having the chips, the structures, things of that nature, as well as the data center revenue. And that is what is driving when it comes to NVIDIA. And in the future, I feel like that is what is going to be driving AMD as well. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about these two companies. And as always, thank you guys for watching.